Florian Wirtz had just signed for Liverpool in a 136 million deal, one of the most expensive transfers in football history, and only 17 players have ever crossed the 100 million mark. And let's be honest, not all of them lived up to the hype. This is why in this video, we're breaking down the top 10 most expensive football transfer ever, and we'll be deciding once for all, whether a success or a failure. Let's dive into it. Number 10. Jack Grealish. Grealish arrived with high expectations due to his big transfer of around 117 million euros. Despite winning trophies, including the treble in 2023, his individual stats and influence haven't matched the price tag. In a star-studded team, he's been more a luxury than a leader. Verdict, it's a failure. Number 9. Antoine Griezmann. Coming in at number 9, it's Antoine Griezmann and his 120 million switch to Barcelona. The French forward was a superstar at Atletico, but his move to Camp Nou never quite clicked. He struggled to find his best position, and often looking overshadowed by the team's other attacking talent. He was eventually sent back to Atletico, representing a huge financial misstep for Barcelona. My final verdict, it's a failure. Number 8. Eden Hazard. At number 8, we have Eden Hazard and his 121 million move from Chelsea to Real Madrid. On paper, this was a dream signing for Madrid. Hazard was a Premier League superstar, a pure magician with the ball. But his time in Spain, it was unfortunately plagued by frequent injuries and a concerning lack of fitness. So he never delivered what was expected for his huge price. Looking at his overall impact versus the immense fee, this was a huge disappointment. Number 7. Enzo Fernández. Chelsea paid big for a young World Cup winner, but Enzo had a turbulent start. His flashes of quality are undeniable, but Chelsea's overall struggles have clouded judgment, and I think it's too early to call this one. So for me, it's average. But before we continue, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Number 6. João Félix. At number 6, we have João Félix and his 127 million transfer from Benfica to Atletico Madrid. He arrived as a prodigious talent, seen as Griezmann's heir, and even though he had moments of undeniable quality, he never consistently delivered and ended up being loaned out multiple times. For these reasons, his transfer is a failure. Number 5. Moisés Caicedo. At number 5, another Chelsea midfielder, Moisés Caicedo, who joined for 135 million euros from Brighton. This was a controversial saga, with Liverpool also trying to sign him. While Chelsea faced ups and downs during his time there, his talent is clear, but inconsistency and growing pains are part of the story. Still, he's been solid in a tough environment. Just for that, it's a success. Number 4. Ousmane Dembélé. In 4th, we have Ousmane Dembélé's transfer from Dortmund to Barcelona for 135 million euros. Barça spent big hoping for Neymar's replacement, but Dembélé's career in Spain was ruined by injuries. Despite moments of magic, his lack of availability made this deal one of the most frustrating of all time, and obviously, he was a flop. Number 3. Philippe Coutinho. At number 3, it's a move that promised so much but delivered so little. Philippe Coutinho's 135 million euro transfer from Liverpool to Barcelona. He was meant to be the next Neymar, but instead, he struggled massively to find his place in the team, was loaned out and eventually sold for a fraction of the price, resulting in a huge financial setback for the club. Verdict, a clear loss. Number 2. Kylian Mbappé. The second most expensive transfer on our list is Kylian Mbappe's 180 million euro move from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain. Love him or hate him, Mbappe lived up to the hype. Goals, titles, and became a global superstar. While PSG's Champions League dream remains unfulfilled, his consistent brilliance makes his deal more than worthwhile. For these reasons, my verdict here is an undeniable success. Number 1. Neymar Jr. And finally, the most expensive transfer ever, Neymar, coming in at a colossal 222 million euro, where he moved from Barcelona to PSG. The French club brought him in with one primary goal: win the Champions League and dramatically elevate the global brand. Instead, it brought injuries, drama, and huge disappointments. Despite some incredible moments, he fell short of expectations. For these reasons, my final verdict, a definitive failure. So those were the top 10 most expensive football transfer ever, excluding Florian Wirtz. Some change their club forever, others just reminders that money doesn't buy success. And for you, who was the biggest hit and who was the biggest waste of 100 million euros? Drop your answers in the comment. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe and turn on the notifications for more football content. Ciao!